Why can't I see the chat? That's odd. There it goes. Alright. Alright. So, we are done for the day. I just wanted to come on while I'm on my way home, and I just want to thank everybody. Honestly, I mean, you have no clue what it means. Yeah, Brent, it was a huge day. Dash, we grew a lot today. And, I mean, I just have no way to everybody my appreciation for everybody watching and everybody, sharing and chatting. It was a huge day. Apparently, we had some streamer on YouTube, apparently Andy from Portland, whoever that is, that was restreaming our stream and giving us shout outs. So my YouTube channel grew quite a bit today. And so yeah, it was really awesome. Really good, solid day today. And it was my fault for not being prepared. I mean, whoever thinks that something like that's gonna pop off? You know what I mean? I had planned on going to lunch, talking to the guy that I know that built my website in the beginning, that's doing it again, Andrew, very awesome guy. He goes by Andrew I think it's Andrew from Texas on Twitter. Very awesome dude. And I was gonna go to that, and then I was actually gonna I was just gonna come home, and I was just gonna chill out and get ready. I had a show to film tonight at InfoWars, and so I had to cancel that. But Shane Cashman is gonna be on. Shane Cashman, I don't know if you guys know who that is. I think he's with Tim Pool, but he's on the show right now. And then so I'm actually working to reschedule that right now with the InfoWars boys. But yeah, man, today was a really good day. So since I've been doing this, I have never been involved in anything. So I missed the riots in downtown by 2 years. I started this in 2022, so I missed the riots by 2 years. I've never in my life been involved in anything like that happened today, and it was crazy. Like, when the cops start pushing with the horses like that, and then the people are cussing at them and chanting at them and just raising hell at them. Like, it's a mixture of, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's a mixture of, like, fear. Fear is a big one. I mean, it's very scary to be there, but it's a mixture of, like, fear and kind of, like, in awe of everything. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a whole mixture of emotions. It's crazy that you would just have to be there, and knowing that you got 3,000 people watching. That's another really cool thing. Today was the biggest stream that I've ever had, and it's all because of you guys. So Wednesday, thank you. Yeah, it was disturbing. And I've watched these things, like back in 2020. I watched this stuff happen on TV, and it's like, holy shit. But when you're actually there, man, it's a completely different feeling. Like, the smells, the sounds, like, I've got a headache right now, I think, maybe because of all the chanting and screaming, but like the smells, and you can feel like the mob mentality of the crowd. Like, you can feel it. It's hard to explain. But thank God I had my media credentials on me, and a cop told me what was about to happen. He's like, hey, you may want to get on out of here real quick. Thanks, Brent. I appreciate it. It was a state trooper. He looked at me and he was like, hey, start heading that way. You're going to want to go that way. And I looked at him and I was like, I said, should I get out of here? And he was like, yeah, get out of here. So it was odd, but yeah, I didn't know there was that many state troopers that could just show up at a place. They had the energy of 5-year-old redneck about to throw a tantrum. They had, man, no, I mean, it was more than that. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, those kids, and I call them kids, I know they weren't kids, but, they're young people. Those young people, they were very fired up. And I mean, look, I was raised to respect people. And they were looking at those cops, flipping them off and saying F you to their face, calling them bitchs and bastards. And was in Richmond in 2020 during the riots. The feeling you're describing is spot on. Yeah, it's a hard feeling. I've never felt the feeling before. It's like a mixture of fear and just, I don't know. I can't explain. It was scary, but it wasn't scary like I need to just take off and run. It was more of like, these cops are sitting there with pepper ball guns and big ass cans of mace, and they had AR-15s around their neck. It's like, they could, and we knew that the cops were not going to let that happen. We knew it wasn't going to go on much longer. So, but yeah, it was a good day. Good day. I appreciate every single one of you guys more than you could ever imagine. You guys being here allows me to do this, and I can never thank you enough. And I will give you my word that I will never forget that you guys are the ones that allow me to be able to do this. And I hope I give you guys good content and show you guys that stuff that's important to you. Even though I had to stop in the middle of it all and go get a stupid battery from Best Buy. But hey, now I got a battery to keep in the car too, so I guess there's always a positive out of everything. But I've been at work since 7 this morning, so I am ready to go home and hug my kiddos. Hey, actually, is that what's happening down there? There's a lot of is that cops or what is? Oh no, that's construction people. Never mind. Yeah, Wednesday, the cops that were there, I was just reading on Twitter a second ago. The faculty of UT put out a statement, and they're like, we are aghast at the militarized response. And you know what, most of those cops there, look, let me give you an example. A cop told me to back up. I was getting too close, and so I did, and I tripped over a damn road cone. That cop not only caught me from falling, but then made sure, asked me if I was all right, and he didn't have to do any of that. And then, tried to make sure that the cone was out of the way, that nobody else was going to fall on it. The cops were really good at what they did today. It wasn't a militarized response. Yeah, they may have had riot gear on, but look at the amount of people that was there. They were outnumbered probably, I don't know, 100 to 1. And people wonder why they have riot gear on and such. It's those kind of events that could turn violent and deadly real quick. A mob, the mob mentality, I watched how it would work. When the cops would take someone down and start cuffing them, the crowd would literally, almost like an animal, would just move up in unison and screaming at the cops. And, yeah, I don't blame them one bit for being in riot gear and having mace, and someone threw poo. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all. And then the other thing that we saw, and I don't know if I caught this on the stream or not, but I've always heard of these people being at these protests, but the lawyers that walk, they're writing phone numbers on people's arms. They're writing like the NGL, the NLG, I think is what it's called, the National Lawyers Guild, writing their numbers, the phone numbers on their arms in permanent marker. That way, if they get taken to jail for acting a fool, they will just call the Lawyers Guild and they will bail them out. They had money already ready to go to bail people out of jail. And so I've heard of that happening. They have the phone numbers that they write on your arm. And of course, they had the people with the umbrellas like you saw in all the riots in 2020. You know, in case they started using pepper spray, they would hold the umbrellas up. It was pretty intense. I heard tonight that it is supposed to happen again tomorrow. I don't know. We're gonna have to play that one by ear. If you see one with phone numbers on their arms, those are the ones that oh yeah, for sure. Those are, yeah, the ones with, so Zero Foxtrot says, if you see the ones with the phone numbers written on their arms, those are the ones that intend to cause havoc. And you're absolutely 100% right. Why else would they be writing them on their arms? Look, there was thousands of people there today, and I literally only seen maybe 5 or 6 people go to jail. The one guy, the last guy that I saw go to jail, this little pipsqueak of a kid, literally tried to push one of those big ass Clydesdale horses. I mean, what was the guy thinking? He tried to push that big ass horse over. I mean, what did he think was going to happen? Did he think he was going to really be able to move that horse? I mean, I could probably hit that horse with my car and not move him much. That little pipsqueak then took off running, and it's so funny. The cops grabbed him. He was trying to jump on a wall, and the cops grabbed him by the back of his shirt and yanked him down into the flower bed. Oh, shit, man. That was good stuff. Literally grabbed him by the back of his shirt, one cop, and just yanked him off that wall. He was a little guy. Yeah, you know, and it worries me about my kids growing up in this age. You know, you can raise your kids with the best you can and try to teach them what you know. But they get into school and then they start learning from their friends. I mean, who knows? Like, you could be the best parent in the world and your child can still end up, you know, in that way. I mean, it scares me because I haven't, my son, my oldest is 11, and it scares me to think that, you know, he's going into high school in this day and age. We keep our kids from the internet. He's 11, he doesn't have a phone, he doesn't have I mean, we keep them off the internet because I don't want them exposed to this nastiness that kids are exposed to now. You know, there's no reason for an 11-year-old to have social media or whatever. I mean, there's absolutely no reason for it. And you know, he sees his little friends that have phones and stuff, and he asks for them, but I mean, he doesn't need it. Concerned about my grandkids. Brent, I would be too, man. It's scary. It's a scary world these kids are growing up in. And the kids don't understand just how, pardon my language, the kids don't understand just how fucked up things really are. You know, and what even the schools are trying to do to people. My kids are in elementary school right now, and they're in public school, and thankfully we're in a small town, and it's a conservative town. But when my kids, you know, going into middle school and getting into high school, we've been thinking about homeschooling. More than anything, we need a well-defined future to seek. Yeah, you're right. Good luck trying to stop that, but yeah, I know, man. Mark, I'm telling you, it's scary. It's scary, man. And you know, like I said, you could try to raise your kids the best way you know how. Try to give them the morals, and you know, try to raise them with a decent morality, and they go to school and they still end up shitheads anyway. You know, it's like with these kids that think they're other genders. I'm not getting into the transgender debate. I don't want to get into that. But I mean, there's a problem when, you know, all of these children nowadays, there's so many of the, what are the kids nowadays called? Gen Z or I think they're Gen Z. Where it's like there's, you know, 4 and 5 times as many people that are transgender as any other generation. Yeah, it's Wednesday, you're right. They're encouraging it. And that's why we moved out of the city last year for this reason, to get my kids into a smaller school. Men with no future see this before they graduate. They see in their older siblings, cousins, etc. How they're being sold in school is bullshit and it doesn't work. Well, take a left. All right, Mike. You cooking tonight? I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry. You cook. DC Dave is in the chat. DC Dave. DC Dave. Y'all need to go follow this guy, DC Dave. DC Dave is the guy that's in the camps with me all the time now. Him and I are in the camps all the time. If you homeschool, do it. Most people can't afford to. Just make sure they get a social life. Yeah, and see, that's the only reason we have not done it yet, is because, for one, you're right, it is expensive, and that's a barrier. But two, the social life. I want my kids to, hey, Dave, quit spelling my name wrong. It's one M, brother. Jamie. Oh, Dave. Dave. Y'all, Dave needs, Dave needs a doctor, but he doesn't just need a doctor. Dave needs a whole team of doctors. Dave needs a team to study him, ask questions, run tests. He needs a team. That's the only thing that's going to help him. We're moving out to Leander next month. Hey, man, welcome. I have a Leander address, but we're pretty much in Liberty Hill. I used to, because it means that much to me. Hey, Dave, you need more than two, man. Like I said, man, you need a team. You need a team studying you and running tests and doing what they can do to get your head right. Yeah, Brent. Let's see, who said they were coming out here? Brent, you're moving out to Leander. Well, I'll tell you what, you'll love it. My buddy is out here. He is running for mayor here in Leander right now, and he has a excellent chance of getting it. His name is Andy Hogue. I don't know if any of you guys know Andy Hogue. He's been around Austin politics forever and a day. Do y'all remember Rupel? She ran for Travis County Judge and she did really well. Rupel and Andy and I, we meet quite often talking about what's happened. But Andy's running for mayor here in Leander. I'm in Cedar Park right this second, but we're almost in Leander. He's running for mayor, and he's got a really good chance of getting it. I need a gender persuasive doctor. Look at that, I can't even read. Persuasive doctor. You do. Just don't be around women. You don't need to be around women. Guys, Dave's name is DC Dave because he's from Washington, D.C. Sorry, I'm drinking water. Dave, why weren't you at the protest with me, man? I needed backup. Should have been out there with me. Oh, Brent, you're a supporter of Andy? Yeah, Andy's a good dude. I like Andy a lot. I've gotten to know him pretty well over the last year. Sadly, in the homeless space like this, you can't, it's turned political. So, I mean, it is what it is. Is what it is. What's Rupel running for next? Go to UT, film the PLO. I was just at UT filming. Rupel, I don't think she's running for anything right now, honestly. I really don't think she is. I haven't heard her talking of anything. You know, she owns that hotel up here in North Austin. It's right next to the Candlewood. That's basically a homeless camp. Yeah, Andy's a good dude. We're going to be doing some block walking for him soon. Here in Leander. You know, Leander's growing. It's not going to be a little town for much longer. I think there's close to 100,000 people in Leander now. We moved. We got a place way out in the country. Kind of way out in the country. I mean, we're still in a little bit of a neighborhood, but it's not a very big one. Cedar Park's nice. I mean, this is Cedar Park. It's a nice little town. It's not bad. Very low crime out here. But one thing they do have a lot of is cops, and they will pull you over for damn near anything. I'm not sure how the outcome would be. I would have been pushed against into the horse. Yeah, Dave, you probably would. Dude, did you see any of the stream that I was doing? Those kids out there were nuts today. One of those kids actually tried to push one of the horses. The horse really, the horse, I swear to God, looked back at that kid. He did. When that kid pushed him, that horse looked back at him like, dude, seriously? I kid you not, the horse looked back at him. So yeah, you come out here to Leander, watch out, man. You better drive right. They'll give you a ticket. Nothing but a second. I heard it's supposed to rain. Is it supposed to rain? We're having a competition getting a place in Leander. Well, I hope it works out for you, man, because I'm telling you, Leander is it's a pretty nice place. It really is a good place to raise a family, or if you're not raising a family, it's still a really good place to live. Obviously, we're in Williamson County, and so it's a very conservative area. Not gonna lie, I've enjoyed not getting pulled over the last 10 years in Philadelphia. Well, if you're in Austin, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're in Austin, you ain't gotta worry about getting pulled over. They ain't pulling anybody over anymore. Dave says Round Rock killed him with a ticket. I believe it. You come up into Williamson County, man, it's a completely different ball game up here. Like, people drive down in Austin and they get used to driving however the hell, whatever speed limit they want to drive, no seatbelt, whatever. But you come up here into Williamson County, man, and it's game on for the cops. Man, I've got this lump in my chest, and it hurts, and I don't know what it is. It starts to worry me. Cameron says facts. Yeah, it is facts. Sometimes I go through the court docket here in Williamson County just to see kind of what's out there, if it's anything interesting to report on or anybody newsworthy. And man, there's always a lot of traffic stuff happening here. No speed traps, nothing. Straighten up, fly right. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you get in Williamson County, they'll charge your ass with just breathing. You know, I'm right here at Walton Way and Bell Boulevard, or, you know, the original 183 before they made the tollway. There's a Walmart right here. The most serious thing I've ever seen in this city is somebody went into that Walmart over there and set the damn thing on fire. They set a, I forget what it was, but it was like a clothing rack, or I don't know, it was something, and they set it on fire, and it burned a good bit before they were able to get it put out. Outlying jurisdiction catch. Yeah, Austin's spreading out. Yo, Austin's in, it's a crazy city, because part of Austin's in Williamson County, obviously in Travis County, and Hayes County. So Austin